Welcome back to math. Today we are going to start working on measurement, and we are going to start with converting customary units of length. So customary units of length would be when you measure the length of something and you're using what we typically use in the United States, which would be like feet, inches, yards, miles. Okay. That would be different than metric, which most of the world uses, and that's would be like centimeters, meters, millimeters, kilometers. And that's easier to convert because they're all base 10. These are a little more difficult because they aren't based on base 10. So you need to know your conversion chart, which is this right here, to be able to convert, which means to change, right? So I need to understand that in 1 foot, there are 12 inches. So for every foot, think of a ruler. 1 ruler is about 1 foot long. It's got 12 inches in it. That measures the same amount. 1 yard, which is like a yardstick, is 3 feet long. So it's like 3 rulers long would be a yard. And then a mile, obviously, is a lot of feet, which is 5,280 feet would be the conversion for miles. Okay, so using that information, let's go down to the problem, kind of take a look at that. It says Marla's dog, Corey, loves to jump in the water. Corey's longest jump is 7 yards. The longest jump, okay? How many feet are in 7 yards? Okay, so we're talking about feet. How many feet are in 7 yards? Okay, so you know the number of yards and want to find the number of feet. Yards are a larger unit than feet, so that means we're going to have more feet than yards. Okay, so if you're going from a larger unit of measure to a smaller one, then you're going to have a bigger number because there has to be more of those things to make up for it. Okay, so 7 yards equals, we don't know how many feet yet. Okay, we know that in 7 yards, if you look down at the bottom, and I would draw the picture first. They're talking about checking using the picture. But if I knew that I had 7 yards, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those yards, and I know that in every one of those yards, that's the same as 3 feet, then that's like 3 feet 7 times. Okay, so it's like 3 times 7. Okay, and so if I know that I'm going 7 yards, and there's 3 in every yard, then I'm just going to go 7 times 3, and that equals 21 feet. So that means there would be 21 feet, which it shows up here, in that 7 yards. So there are 21 feet in 7 yards. You can check by drawing a picture. You know 3 feet is a yard. Okay, I would have done that first, but that's me. All right, let's go down and look at the next part. Okay, change 3.5 feet to inches. Okay, well, if I look back at my conversion chart, I see that there are 12 inches in every foot. Okay, 12 inches in every single foot. I've got 3 of those. So again, I've got 3. I'm going to do the half in a minute. I'm just going to look at 3 feet and think about how many inches that would be. So if there are 3 of those, in every one of those feet, 1 foot equals 12 inches. Okay, well that would be like 12, 12, 12, or 12 times 3, which if I know my facts up to 12s, it's 36. But I didn't just have 3. I had 3.5 of a foot. Okay, and again, in every foot, there are 12 inches in every foot. Half of 12 is 6 inches. So that means a half foot instead of 12 inches is going to be half that, which would be 6 inches. Okay, so 36 inches for the 3 feet, plus 6 more inches for the half a foot. So 36 and 6 would be 42. So there are 42 inches and 3.5 feet. Okay, drawing those pictures is going to be really helpful. Those bar diagrams are really nice to help you think about what you're doing. Don't just try to do the math. Really visualize what you're doing there, okay? Then guided practice says, complete each conversion table to show the measurement equivalence. All right, so it gives you feet here, and it says 1 foot is how many inches? Well, and they give you the ordered pair right here, inches, feet. I already know it's 12 inches in 1 foot. 2 feet would be 2 12s or 24 inches, and there's your ordered pair right over here. 3 feet would be 3 times 12 or 36 inches, and the ordered pair would then be 36 inches to feet would be 3. 4 feet would be 4 times 12, right? 4 times 12. This would be like 3 times 12 because this is inches. Inches in a foot. And there are 3 of those feet, so you multiply, okay? 4 of those feet and 12 in every one of them would be 48. And your ordered pair would be 48, 4. Okay, now we're talking about yards and inches. Yards and inches, oh my goodness. Okay, I know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. But this is inches. So that's not enough to know that. So, okay, if 1 yard equals 3 feet would be how many inches? Well, in every foot there's 12, and 12 times 3 would be 36 inches in every 3 feet, which is the same as a yard. If I've got 36 inches, that's the same as 1 yard, so 1 yard would be 1 yard, 36 inches. Okay, 2 yards, 108 inches. 2 yards, 108 inches, I think. But we better check that, right? So let's see. 36 is 1 yard. If I've got 2, it'd be, oh, that's not going to work, is it? Times 2 would be 12, 72. That's not 72. So guess what? That is not. It's not going to just follow that pattern. I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay. Well, it's not 2 feet or 2 yards. How about 3 yards? So let's try 36 times 3 would be 3 times 6 is 18. And 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. There's 108. It's 3 yards is 108 inches. So 3 yards, 108 inches. 216. Well, 36 more from 108, that would only be 140 something. So that's not it. 3, 1, 3. I'm going to try 6 just because I want to see if it's a pattern. How about 36 times 6? 6 times 6 is 36. 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 216. It is 6, 6, 216. 3, 1, 3, 6. I'll bet you this one. Oh, it's not going to be 9 though. 'Cause 9 would be way too much. So I'm going to go 7. So we're going to try 36 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. And 4 is 25, 252. So it is 7. Didn't really follow a pattern there, but 7 and 252. Okay, so you are going to practice using your conversion chart. You are going to go through and fill in those charts just the way I did for this guided practice. If you still have confusion about this, please make sure that you get onto that Zoom at 11:30 so that we can work on that together, okay? And I will see you later.